Industry Insider coming to you from the Australasian Worldwide Music Expo 2012. And joining me is Parvyn from the Bombay Royale. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Thanks for coming down and meeting me.
It's a pleasure.
How's the World Music Expo been for you so far?
It's been really good. I think I've just really been having a good time meeting people and just making friends. And I think the pressure's off a little bit for me as an artist because there is my manager and the record label that are kind of pushing the getting to know people so that they know the band. But for me, it's just I get to meet really great people and not worry too much about that side of things. I think in conferences like this, it can get a little bit overwhelming when it's just people trying to sell you stuff or you trying to sell your stuff to other people. But it's a really friendly, casual type of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's you are right. You can go two ways about these events. You can absolutely freak out because there's so much that you have to do and there's showcases and panels or you can just sort of relax and take it in your stride. And I think everyone's doing that, getting into day two.
Yeah.
I think yesterday everyone was a bit hectic, but...
yeah, from what I've heard, it sounds like a lot of people had a really great time last night.
And a really late night, yeah.
Yeah.
I have, Virginia and from Sigurd and Warren from Sierra Nevada, I think both pulled up at about 3 o'clock this morning. Yeah. And they're great. Everyone's showing up, so, it's good fun. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Bombay Royale. It's a really interesting act, and this is why we wanted to have a chat to you on camera about it. Can you take us through the band? Because from what I see, you've got the vocals. You've got two lead singers. It's yourself and
yeah, there's a male singer as well, Sharif Bhattacharya. But the band is based on vintage Bollywood from the 60s and 70s. Bollywood style music, I guess, has its roots in the traditional folk and classical styles of Indian music, but in that time, the producers were taking the music from the West that was popular, the surf, the disco, and the funk, but adding those haunting Indian-style vocal melodies on top of it and adding the ornaments of Indian classical music, which is, it's just such an iconic thing. And the bands, it's a really fun sort of party-like atmosphere. We all dress up and kind of really try and put on a show which is a fantastic musical production, but then also has the visual elements of that live stage show.
The videos are interesting. They're what's the process of those videos that you're making? It looks like there's a lot of work that goes into those. I mean, not to say artists don't put a lot of work into videos, but that one looks like you put a hell of a lot of work into it.
Yeah, well, I guess we're really lucky in that in Melbourne especially there's so many artistic and creative people that really want to get involved with projects like this, and I think because it's a little bit different, you can be more creative, a little bit more out there. The Bombay Royale really harnesses that power and people kind of get on board, and yes, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Andy Williamson, who's the skipper of the band, he wears the whole Navy outfit and plays a saxophone. He's the musical director, and it's kind of his brainchild, and I think it's been, 40 years in the coming. It's just been simmering in his head, and he's had the opportunity with the right people around him, and he's just kind of gone, I want this, and it seems to be happening.
Yeah. Now, you're also on a panel.
Yeah.
Has roots music gone mainstream? How was that?
It was really good, actually. I was more nervous about doing that than I am performing on Sunday night. Yeah. But the topic is a little bit difficult in that first you have to, decide what roots music is to begin with.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different idea about that sort of thing. Pretty much, I guess, where I came from is, has roots music gone mainstream? Not really. Roots music, what does it mean? There's different... for me, it's my cultural, traditional music that my heritage has come from. And that's what I see with other people as well. It's kind of got that ancient traditions, but then is being developed in the modern world and interpreted to the new age kind of arena. And it's music that's, done for music's sake. It's not stuff that's made, I guess, in a commodity sort of sense. And then you've got the roots and all type Triple J style of music, which for me, is a little bit... I don't quite understand how they see roots music as kind of guitar, singing, stomp box, that type of thing.
Yeah.
it's got its place. It's just, deciding where it is, and bringing roots music into the mainstream is what these sort of expos are about. That's what we're trying to do, is get more people involved in the style of music that we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've got, you're talking about your performance on Sunday night.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to that? There's a bit of a buzz around the band. Everyone's very keen to go and see you guys play.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I think it's already sold out, and the Hi-Fi is one of our favourite venues. That's where we did our album launch in May as well, and we packed it out then. So it's a really great space. It's we're going to have the video projections up as well, and that kind of really gives it that big sort of live extravaganza. And then obviously Sean Cootie is going to be an amazing show as well. So we're just honoured to be a part of that sort of lineup.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's it's closing night, and I think there's going to be a lot of tired and sore and sorry eyes on the Monday morning. But at least you're going to give us the correct send off before we all disappear.
Hopefully, I'm trying to make sure people take it easy a little bit. We've got to make it till Sunday night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can't be too silly. We're business professionals. We're here to do proper business. Parvyn, thank you so much for joining us. We're absolute pleasure to have a chat to you, and really looking forward to seeing the band on Sunday night. And we'll definitely keep a close eye on you guys, because there's whispers around. I think there's big things coming up for you guys in the next 12 months. So we're very much looking forward to staying in touch and following your success. So thank you very much for joining us, Parvyn. It's Parvyn here from the Bombay Royale at the Australasian Worldwide Music Expo 2012 for Industry Insider.